Okay, legislative day number 19 will come to order. Please pause for a moment of silent meditation. Okay, thank you. I'll now call upon Councilmember Crandall, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, before we start today's meeting, I just want to take a moment of privilege to wish Leah Russell well. Leah, you're never part of the news, but today you're part. You write the news, but today you're part of the news. Leah Russell's going to be leaving us for California.
And Mr. Chair, I saw Ms. Russell earlier today, and she told me, and I was disappointed because I think that she's a fair and accurate reporter, but she's off to a new adventure, and I wish her well.
The Bee, right? Sacramento Bee.
Can we say it? She's moving on to cover Governor Newsom for the Sacramento Bee.
That's really outstanding.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And Leah, do you have one more article to write for the Baltimore Sun? Okay. And could you put some favorable things about the Baltimore County Council in there? Okay, thank you. Sorry to embarrass you, Leah. Okay, is there a motion to approve the journal for the meeting of October 7th, 2024? Is there motion and second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Approved. Enrollment of the bills, Bills 6924, 7124, and 7424 were passed by the council, signed by the county executive, and are now hereby enrolled. Mr. Secretary, will you now read all bills for introduction?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. We have one bill for introduction this evening. That is Bill 82-24, Current Expense Budget Recruitment and Retention Grant.
Okay, thank you for that. And just a comment to my colleagues, it's really interesting that that bill comes before us this evening for introduction, as we just were briefed by the police chief on the successes and some of the challenges over the past year, and recruitment is something that the police work on, and so this is a grant that I hope and I'm confident that we will move forward on. Okay, we'll now consider appointments and confirmations. Mr. Secretary, first item.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. First is the county executive's nomination to be the next health officer and director of the Department of Health and Human Services for Baltimore County, Dr. Lucy Wilson.
Good afternoon. Good evening, Dr. Wilson. It's evening now. Dr. Wilson, we heard a bit of your background during the work session. If you'd like to restate any of it, please feel free to do so.
Thank you. So thank you, council members, again, for the opportunity to speak with you today and for your consideration of my nomination for the Director of Health and Human Services and the Baltimore County Health Officer. So to reiterate my introduction, but more briefly than last time, I'm a physician trained in public health and infectious diseases with over 20 years of practical experience at the state, at the local, and the national level. I'm also a proud resident of Baltimore County. I've lived here for over 25 years, worked here, raised my kids here, so this is my home. My work experience over the past 20 plus years has brought me growth in the areas of public health leadership, public health operations, community health, infectious disease expertise in pandemics and outbreak response and emergency response. So for 6 years, I worked at Johns Hopkins in community health. I was a medical director of the Johns Hopkins AIDS County Health Program, which went into local health departments to deliver care. I spent 10 years at Maryland Department of Health, where I was the chief of the Center for Infectious Disease Surveillance, Infection Control, and Outbreak Response. So I worked on outbreaks there, pandemics, and I partnered with my colleagues at Baltimore County Health Department. So for the past 6 years, I've been a professor at UMBC in the Department of Emergency and Disaster Health Systems. I've been involved in the training of EMTs and paramedics and emergency managers. I also engaged in the COVID-19 response at the university, at the state level, and at the national level during that time, and developed innovative responses to the opioid overdose epidemic. So throughout all these activities, I've learned from and developed deep respect for my Baltimore County colleagues, and I'm eager to work in Baltimore County to tackle community health needs, to address health disparities and access to care and access to services, and to improve the overall health and quality of life of Baltimore County residents. So thank you again for your consideration.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. Dr. Wilson, do you have any family members in attendance today?
Well, I guess I do.
Who are those?
My wonderful and very supportive husband, Dr. Richard O'Malley, is here.
Dr. O'Malley, thank you for coming. And
I also
who's-
have some friends and supporters, and both from my personal life and from Baltimore County Department of Health. So thanks, everybody, for coming.
And what is that sign that we have out there? What does that sign say? And who is that young lady holding the sign?
That's Tessa.
Tessa? Well, Tessa, one of the things we do here is when someone gets confirmed, we try to get the people that are in the audience to make a lot of noise for whoever gets confirmed. So if Dr. Wilson, I'll let you know the appropriate time, Dr. Wilson gets confirmed, and I'd ask not just family and friends, but even everyone on this side to participate as well. And we're going to make a lot of noise for Dr. Wilson. Okay, is everybody comfortable with that? We used to do a one clap applause, but that didn't go over so well. So now we're just going to make a lot of noise. Do any of the members have any thoughts, comments, or questions for Dr. Wilson?
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a motion and a second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch? Yes. Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Okay, congratulations, Dr. Wilson. So I'm going to count to three. Congratulations again. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is the council's consideration of the nomination by the county executive for Director of the Department of Public Works and Transportation, Lauren Buckler.
Okay, Ms. Buckler. So everyone get ready for some more noise. Tessa, we're going to count on you to make some noise. Ms. Buckler, you told us a little bit about your background. Many of us know you well, but if you want to restate any of it, please feel free to do so.
Sure. For the record, I'm Lauren Buckler before you today for the appointment to the position of Director of Department of Public Works and Transportation. Last week I did speak about my background, so if I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, but I want to take a moment to thank my family that's here. My dad is here. He is the former Chief of Engineering for Baltimore County, DPW, and I appreciate his expertise in engineering that helped me get here. My mom is here. I wouldn't be the multitasker that I am without her. My husband is here, who is taking care of all the things, all the nights when I am here, which is amazing. And my children are here, and they are being amazingly good, and I am very thankful for that right now. And I also appreciate that one of them is missing soccer tonight to be here to watch me for this. I also want to thank my work family that's here as well.
All right. That's great. Could we ask mom, dad, husband, and kids to stand up? Okay, let's give mom, dad, husband, and kids. Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Councilman Catch.
I'd like to move the nomination.
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Congratulations, Ms. Buckler. Okay, that was fun. You guys want to do Bill 7024 for old time's sake? No, I'm just kidding. Just a joke. Okay. All right. We'll now move on to final reading and votes of bills. Mr. Secretary, first item, please.
First is Bill 75-24, Current Expense Budget, Long-Term and Dementia Care Program.
Ms. Mills. Ms. Mills here. Oh.
This is for, good evening.
Good evening.
Hope everyone enjoyed this beautiful day. This is for the supplemental appropriation for the long-term dementia care navigation program through the Maryland Department of Aging.
Okay. Do any of the members have any questions, comments, or thoughts to share with Ms. Mills? Councilman Crandall?
I'll move it.
We have a motion. Motion and a second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Marks? Aye. Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Mills? Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, Mr. Chairman, is Bill 76-24, amending the 2024-2025 capital budget.
Okay, Mr. Reed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and council members. This is an item we've been discussing throughout the budget process and beginning as early as March and in April with you, of course, in the capital budget hearings that we knew we would have a bond sale happening after the close of the fiscal year, and we held that bond sale on July 9th. We were hoping at the time that we would receive about $50 million in bond premium, and we did. This is the same list that we have been sharing with the council, and we also included in here for information that we have 4.8 million in bond premium also going into the Metro Fund, which is not for council approval, but we included for transparency. At this point, we are asking for your favorable vote to move on this external funding so we can get this into the capital budget.
Okay, do any of the members have any questions, comments, or thoughts for Mr. Reed? Okay, is there a motion?
I'll move it.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Amendments.
An amendment? Okay, we're going to back up, and we're going to disregard that motion in second, and we're going to hear the amendment.
The amendment, it's in your books, and we did post on the website on Friday. It's a technical amendment. It essentially, on page 2, changes the amount in 2 places from 2.25 $1,197,000 to $750,000, and strikes 3.9 million and substitutes $5,375,197.
Okay, do we have a motion on the amendment?
Move the amendment.
I'll second the amendment.
It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the amendment.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Move the bill as amended.
Okay, the bill's been moved. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Okay, supplemental budget's approved. Next item, Mr. Secretary.
Next, Mr. Chairman and members of the council, is Bill 77-24, sponsored by Councilman Jones, zoning regulations, uses permitted, and bulk regulations in the OT, office and technology zone.
Councilman Jones.
Okay, I will be brief as I can. I introduced Bill 7724, in which I propose some changes to the OT zone limited to the Owings Mills Town Center area. The OT zone was created in 1984 to permit development of employment-intensive office uses and high-density residential in proximity to town centers. Over the past several years, the office market, particularly for suburban office parks, has changed significantly. Office parks in certain parts of Baltimore County have been experiencing high vacancy rates as there is less interest in or need for office space post-COVID. Instead of allowing these spaces to remain vacant, I propose to broaden the uses allowed in the OT zone in Owings Mills Town Center area, including adding back in the ability to have residential uses in this area. Although OT zones throughout the county allow residential uses, in 2009, the council eliminated the ability to have residential uses within the Owings Mills Town Center area. There is no rationale to leave this restriction in place and to penalize the Owings Mills Town Center. With Bill 77-24, I'm proposing to lift this restriction in light of the need for additional housing in the county and to allow other compatible uses in this limited area. I'm asking for my council colleagues to support the bill. Any questions?
Questions?
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Just quickly, I want to thank Madam CAO for her follow-through on a request that I had made when we were deliberating this legislation in the work session.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'll move it. No.
Bostwick,
Councilman Marks?
may I be added as a co-sponsor? Thank you.
Certainly.
Okay.
I'll second it. Did you move it?
I
We have a motion and a second.
just moved.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Okay. Bill passes. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next, I believe, is fiscal matters, Mr. Chairman.
Sorry. Resolution passes. My mistake. Okay, sorry, is that lost on the agenda here for a second? Okay, we're on fiscal matters, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Secretary? Could you please go through those?
Yes. Following the testimony at the work session, I believe the witnesses are here if necessary, Mr. Chairman and members of the council. The three fiscal matters that were discussed at the work session and that are up for vote this evening are as follows. Fiscal matter 1 is a change order with Iron Mountain Incorporated for records management services. Fiscal matter 2 is 2 contracts for on-call duct cleaning and mold remediation services. And fiscal matter 3 is also 2 contracts for overhead door services.
Okay, are there any questions, comments, or thoughts on fiscal matters 1 through 3? And do we have a motion on fiscal matters 1 through 3?
I'll move it.
Second.
Motion's moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Okay. We'll now consider the remainder of miscellaneous business.
Yes, sir. The first is Resolution 44-24, sponsored by Councilman Jones. Planning Board, Reisterstown Streetscape Action Plan / Reisterstown Streetscape Design Guidelines.
Councilman Jones?
Thank you so much. Again, this is a request following up on a resolution that we put in earlier. There appear to be some additional work we need done by the planning board, basically adding this into the master plan. And without further ado, if there is any questions, I'd like to thank the Reisterstown Improvement Association and other members in the Reisterstown for their diligent and consistent work on this issue. Are there any questions or comments from the members?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I'd like to be a co-sponsor.
Yes, I would also, if you could add Councilman Catch and myself as co-sponsors.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any additional questions? Okay, do we have a motion?
I'll move it.
Second.
Motion and a second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Bless you.
Okay. Resolution carries. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Next is Resolution 45-24. This resolution is sponsored by all council members and expresses the County Council's opposition to the Maryland Piedmont Reliability Project, or MPRP.
Okay, Councilman Catch?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I first was told not to take too long.
Who told you that?
Gee, I can't imagine. People who might want to see a certain game at 8:45 tonight. But anyhow, I spent quite a bit of time on last Tuesday explaining this particular resolution. In what this resolution does, it expresses the council's opposition to the Piedmont Reliability Project. Last week, I showed everyone that the line that we're talking about is only the first of others. And there are two more will be going through Baltimore County, hitting all councilmatic districts except for one, Council District 1. The problem with the plan that Public Service has proposed is that, first of all, Baltimore County has preserved over 73,000 acres of farmland. And if the Piedmont Reliability Project is approved by the Public Service Commission, the land that has been preserved will be subject to right-of-ways going right through that land, which could cause several problems. Among them would be the stormwater management situation. Right now, our reservoirs do have pollutants in them, and with this particular project, there'll be more pollutants in our streams which feed into our reservoirs, which provide 60% of 1.6 million people public drinking water. The other problem is that farming, of course, is a major industry in Baltimore County. Farming and the production of food, et cetera, is very important to the Baltimore metropolitan area. Our future looks, internationally looks a little unsure, and I think that it makes sense to have food resource right next to us in northern Baltimore County. What the resolution asks for is the state of Maryland to come up with a plan to run these power lines through Maryland. The plan that you see in front of you, the plan I showed last Tuesday, is one that was developed by an outside conglomerate of 13 states, and there was no public input at all. And what I'd like to see is the state develop a new route for these power lines and have public meetings and public input, because I certainly believe that public input will be beneficial to those making the final decision. The other thing I would like to see is I'd like to see our existing right-of-ways used, because they're there, and there's no reason why the existing right-of-ways can't carry this additional power. We're talking about $500,000 of electricity, doubling what's brought in now. So, Mr. Chairman, any questions, I'll be glad to answer.
Thank you, Councilman Catch. Any of the members have any questions, comments, or thoughts? Councilman Jones?
Yeah, I just want to take an opportunity to thank Councilman Catch for all of his hard work and dedication on this issue, as well as all the other citizens that have come here and made their voices and their concerns known. And to be quite frank, over the course of I don't know how many months now, these citizens have done a fantastic job of educating me, as well as my colleagues, on the importance of us stepping up to protect them and their interests. So this resolution is the best we can do, so we're going to do it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Jones. Any, Councilman Crandall?
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Councilman Jones, well said. And Councilman Catch, thank you for taking the time to educate all of us, which obviously my first comments about this, I obviously needed it. So I appreciate your leadership on this and taking the time to make sure that we understand the importance of this.
I mean, it is a complicated issue, and I appreciate all the attention that every member of the council has paid to this resolution and this issue. I really appreciate it. And just to let you know, as the hearing was happening on Tuesday, one council member after another wanted to join as a co-sponsor. Now we have all 7, which is a real honor, and I appreciate it very much.
Any additional comments?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Sure thing. Any additional comments? I'll just state one. Councilman Catch, I also want to thank you for your leadership on this, and also to all my colleagues on the council for having all 7 of us sponsor. Just an observation, over this weekend, we had a pretty action-packed weekend. We had about 8 or 9 events over Saturday and Sunday. And through those 8 or 9, I was traveling with Carlos and Zena and Kylie. And over those events, almost at every single event, someone came up to me and thanked me for participating in the Maryland Piedmont on our resolution. So we don't always get thanked, and we all try to understand the issues, to become quick subject matter experts. So thank you, Councilman Catch, for becoming a quick subject matter expert. But we're doing right by the people, because it doesn't matter if I was north of the Erdel, inside the Erdel, near the city line, in Towson, in other areas. With Councilman Ertel on Saturday, people were very receptive to the council actions that we took in this resolution. So it's something that one of the things we can do as a governing body is listen to the people we serve, and then act upon our observations. And we did that. Thank to you, Councilman Catch, and appreciate all my colleagues on this. So with that, I guess we should do a motion, right?
There's an amendment.
Amendment.
Yes, there is a technical amendment. Essentially, we are striking one whereas clause based on further research that made the paragraph superfluous on page 2. In the middle of page 2, the 4th whereas clause is being deleted, and so it's really just technical amendments.
Move the amendment.
Okay, amendment's been moved. I'll second.
Second.
Okay, it's moved and second. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on the amendment.
Certainly. Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Okay, amendment carries. Now we are on the bill proper.
Move the resolution.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Patoka?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Young?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Ertel?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye. Okay,
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
thank you. Okay. Mr. Secretary, is there any further business to come before the council this evening?
There is no further business, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Meeting is
That's
adjourned.
the one we're talking about.
Okay, as is customary, anyone who is registered to speak online prior to the meeting is allowed 3 minutes to speak. Ms. Belcastro, are there any speakers this evening?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we have 2 speakers this evening. Our first speaker is Joanne Frederick, who is here in person.
Good to see you again, Ms. Frederick.
I will be brief. I don't want to stand in the way of a football game.
Go right ahead.
Thank you. Again, Joanne Frederick, a resident of Baltimore County, Mr. Catch's district. Sincere and deep gratitude to you, Council Chair, to the entire council for signing on to this bill. And again, to Councilman Catch, thank you for protecting the interests of my neighbors in Baltimore County. It means a great deal. What Mr. Secretary handed out is, our work here might not be done. What kinds of things can we do in the future legislatively? You have the advantage of being able to meet on a monthly basis and work on a monthly basis. So there are some concepts in the paper that you have in your hand. I'm not suggesting that they are in addition to some of the legislation that's in place today, but they are some ideas to perhaps strengthen and perhaps some new legislation that we could consider going into the following months. I do know that several members of the General Assembly, senators and delegates are working on legislation that will be proposed, I'm hoping, on day one of the 2025 session. But perhaps there are complementary strategies that we can start to do here in Baltimore County. I will be having similar conversations with Carroll and Frederick County councils as well to really begin to put a framework or a quilt, if you will, of protection around our farms and our preserved lands and conserved forest, et cetera. I think most of you may know by now, but the final proposed route was released on Friday. So we are in the midst of a pretty significant outreach campaign to make sure people understand their rights, to make sure people know that they are under no obligation to negotiate with PSEG at this time. You know, as you might imagine, folks are afraid and scared and don't know what to do. So we'll continue our work to connect with the folks that are impacted and the folks that adjacent to those properties. The line did move. It is a modified version of Route H. It does still go through my family's farm, but it did move in several other locations, and there are folks that weren't impacted and weren't aware who now are impacted. So as you are now well aware, it is an issue of significant import and impact across the county. So happy to come in and meet at any point in the future about some of these legislative strategies, happy to report on similar action in Carroll and Frederick County and keep all of you apprised of the ongoing meetings we're having with delegates and senators across the 3 counties.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Ms. Frederick. Councilman Catch?
Very quickly, I want to thank you for all the work you've done in your group and all the other groups that are working on this issue. Just very quickly, in 1913, the Maryland General Assembly created the Public Service Commission. The Maryland General Assembly has authority over the Public Service Commission. And if need be, I'm hoping that the legislature will possibly enact legislation or do something that will give better direction to the Public Service Commission. Of course, I'd like to see them withdraw the project. That's a whole different story. So I want to thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilman. Appreciate that. I met with several delegates and senators last Thursday afternoon and presented to them a list of, I think, 13 different legislative strategies that could be considered at the state level that could help as well. And as we know, we're playing a calendar game here. Time is of the essence. They expect to file for this permit by the end of this year. Now they're saying it might slip into next year. The environmental impact is significant. There's 4.5 acres of conserved old growth forest on my farm alone that will be destroyed, and multiply that times 600 people across these 3 counties, and it's just obscene and heartbreaking.
Thank you, Ms. Frederick.
Sure.
Thank you, Councilman Catch. Councilman Marks?
Thank you. I'd like to thank you for your suggestions.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to consider maybe a resolution asking the CEQ, which is our Environmental Quality Commission, to look at this, because I think there's a lot of really good recommendations here.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you.
Councilman Crandall?
Sure. Thanks, Mr. Chair. Councilman Marks, I think that having CEQ study this is appropriate, but I also think that maybe the Office of Law should be involved in that. Sorry, Mr. Benjamin, to throw more on your plate. But I think some of these ideas are worth consideration, maybe even a member of the planning board. I don't know. We can work on that. We don't have to work on that tonight. So I'm glad that Councilman Catch referenced 1913. I believe that was your 3rd year in the General Assembly.
5th year.
It was your 5th year. So, Ms. Frederick, serious question though. So when I see the maps that are either generated by, what is it, PJM or
PSEG,
whatever,
yeah.
and then the maps that your organization puts out and the Councilman Catch shared with us, I haven't seen a map where I can like zoom in on, okay, where actually, so you're saying that the lines might come through the 7th district, for instance.
Correct.
Is there a level of detail that we can get to? Because you seem to know where where exactly the line would go depending on the proposed line. But I haven't been able to find that resource. Do you have any advice for us?
I do. Mr. Ryan there actually was able to, I think someone in the IT department here in the county put a layer on the GIS map so you can scroll in and get to that detail.
Okay.
He's looking like he deer in the headlights, but
Well, Mr. Martin from OIT is here. Is that something, is that something available through My Neighborhood or?
Mr. Chairman,
Great, thank you.
Mr. Chair, we can send it to you. We have it. We have it. The new
Very good.
Yeah, so we can send it to every member of the council. Thank you.
Sounds like a plan.
Any additional comments, questions, thoughts? Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Frederick.
thank you. Again, I deeply appreciate your support.
Thank you you got us working together again on this issue. Thank you.
Our next-
Okay,
Our next speaker, Mr. Chair,
next speaker.
is Mr. Fred Homan, who is
Mr.
here in
Homan?
person.
Mr. Homan, you know, you have I think they call it a doppelganger. There was someone that looked exactly like you at the Italian American Fest. Both Councilman Ertel and myself and Councilman Young thought it was you. Handsome guy.
Did he have a Giants cap?
No, that's why we know it wasn't.
I thought maybe he changed up. It's very important to be supportive of the Giants right now. Gentlemen, what I wanted you to know is that the email that I mentioned to you at the October 7th session will be sent to you before the end of the week. Been spending time fact-checking all the documents. I won't send them all to you. I just have them in chronological order in case you want to have them and fact-check me, which is fine. But the one thing that came out as I'm going through the documents that I don't think I've ever put quite this way before is that there were 3 attorneys assigned to the Terabasi matter at the beginning. Mr. Benjamin himself, obviously, is along with Assistant County Attorneys Ramonde and Berger. As I went through the document, it just struck me that all the county attorneys agree with me that the settlement agreement violated the law. Mr. Benjamin made an argument to the Board of Appeals in a memorandum that the county had no authority to sign the agreement. Mr. Ramonde sent the memorandum to Mr. Benjamin, which he then sent on to the county administrative officer and the chief of staff, that said that not only did they not have the authority to sign the agreement, but if they signed the agreement and it was approved by the board, that it would jeopardize the tax-exempt status of the retirement system. Mrs. Berger, after a conversation with Mr. Blades, sent a memo to the Board of Trustees of the retirement system explaining all that. I have that because Mike Day, the long-term chairman of the Board of Trustees, gave it to me. So in light of that, I just thought it would be, you should know, to point it out in particular, the 3 county attorneys who started on this project before you hired outside counsel agree with me. Now, if you have any doubt when you look at the document that I'm giving you and attach it, you also have other immediate legal advice you can go to, because there are former county attorneys who are familiar with this matter as well. And one or more of you know one or more of these people. Ed Gillis, Mike Field, Virginia Barnhart, John Beverungen, Arnold Jablon, all former county attorneys who had to deal with, at one point or another, Article 73B. They're all there. They're all there. And the information that I gave to you before, which is my PIA request, which goes all the way back to April of 21, was given to the Inspector General and it was given to the county auditor, both of whom could have gone right to the Board of Appeals files and seen exactly what I saw. Now, that's all referenced in this email. It's a relatively long one, but it's loaded with facts, and the documents are all there to back it up. And I'll be back here in a couple of weeks to talk to you about it, and hopefully you have questions. I appreciate that. But one more thing to keep in mind. Mr. Dahl, your private counsel, is very active, and I would not be surprised if before the end of the fiscal year, because this matter is going to continue going on, the election's not going to stop it, right? You're probably going to be asked for even more money. So just keep that in mind as we go through this, right? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Omen. Any questions, comments, or thoughts? Thanks again, Mr. Omen. Okay, Ms. Belcastro, are there any additional speakers?
No, Mr. Chair.
Okay, then we are concluded for the night. Thank you, everyone, and hope everyone enjoys the game this